Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So today I'm going to be looking at potentially my final haul of 2023, all depending what happens next week. So at the time of filming, we're a couple days before Christmas, and I want to take the opportunity to wish everyone happy holidays and all the best for the upcoming year. This is probably going to air somewhere in between Christmas and the New Year, so we'll see at that point. Yeah, so all my best wishes to you and yours, and we'll get right down to my finds at the local Walmart. So, first and foremost, a not too picked over 2024 lot came to the dump bins. One dump bin was extremely destroyed in regards to contents, and the other one that was a little bit less obviously placed had decent condition cars and cards. Check those out right away. First vehicle I picked up, new for 2024. Well, not new for 2024, but I mean a new recolor for 2024, should I say, is the 1970 Plymouth Barracuda drop top. So we've got those new basket weave lace wheels. I don't know, good looking wheels either way. Odd choice for this specific casting, and I kind of find it funny that the card art shows pretty much stock height vehicle, whereas clearly this one is very slammed. It's casting I do like. Picked up another one of these a little while back through a thrift store, a much older variation of this when it was still a King Cuda. So this is a retool, obviously. A few differences, but don't have the other one handy so we can compare. But yeah, overall, you can see that little white corner indicating the 2024 models, and it's a nice clean livery, not authentic if we're talking about the stylish stripes on the side. No front and rear tampos, which is pretty much always been with this casting. But overall, a very nice little vehicle. So happy to add a carded version of this to the Mopar stash. Pardon me. Second one I picked up. Kind of looking forward to get my hands on this one actually. So it's the winner of the Legends Tour, the Texas Toot, based on the Mazda AutoZam K-Truck. AutoZam, for those who don't know, is a sub-brand of Mazda that basically included the smaller models. So K-Cars, we have the Mazda MX-3 over here, which was sold under the AutoZam name as well. And of course the AZ1, which is a little gull-wing K-Car. But yeah, great choice of the three tampo slides with the sides that also lend a little bit of detail to the roof rack. Front, which I'm very grateful is done. Obviously the whole mouth thing, as you can see on the card art, is not there, and this is probably one of the tallest bubbles I've seen on a mainline Hot Wheels, obviously due to that hugely jacked up suspension and the enormous 6-spoke off-road wheels. Yeah, really cool little model. Definitely engine in the back, all that good stuff. Very cool, very cool. I love K-Trucks, so this one was a must-have, most definitely. Next we have, actually this is, I believe, the first color variation that I will retain in the collection, as I had the original release of this and actually sold it as part of a lot through one of the many purges of the collection. So we're talking about the HKS liveried Ford Ranger Raptor, sorry, 2019 model year. Very cool. Very, very cool. I mean, it's HKS livery vehicle, so I had to have it. Nice little pickup. Love the wheels. Black, smaller off-road, 5-spoke off-road wheels with the blue lip. Very, very nice. Ford Performance right under that HKS logo, and of course the infamous HKS livery, which is well known in the import world and has been for decades now. No front and rear tampos, which I'm okay with. And yeah, this car also has mirrors, which is awesome. So very happy to add that one to the HKS liveried small collection that I've amassed so far. Next, we did pick up the mainline version of the RS2000 Escort, and this is definitely my favorite livery so far for this car. Still got all the wide body elements, but without a livery, which means we get front tampos and we get that rear tampo slide as well. Very clean. Love the neon green. This would be definitely a super that I would love to find. Spectraflame green is my favorite Spectraflame color, and of course the 8-spoke mini light looking wheels on the Super look awesome. Very period and very correct. And you know, I am definitely happy to pick up the mainline because I would have picked it up anyways, even if I found the Super. So very cool. Another Euro Ford added to the collection. Did also pick up the infamous Proton Saga, the first mass-produced Malaysian car. And I'm pretty sure this thing is based mostly on the Mitsubishi Mirage or Dodge Colt as we got it in North America. Love the lens lights, a little bit of detail in the front, nice details in the back. Sorry, on the side, should I say. The little pinstripe and the Saga logo. Little Hot Wheels logo there as well, as we can see. No details in the back. But, you know, clean little commuter car. Aero discs are obviously out there, but it matches the era perfectly. I mean, this came out in 1985, so, you know, it's definitely a nice nice car, unusual car, and yeah, at the same time celebrates the inclusion of Malaysia on the automotive world market, and celebrates the fact that they've been bringing us Hot Wheels from their factory for many years now. So shout out to everybody from Malaysia. And yeah, these are pretty cool though. Christmas colors right there. Pretty cool. And the last of the 2024 mainlines is the most recent color wave of the Carrera RS 2.7 with the infamous duckbill spoiler. This one's kind of different with the black bumpers, yellow paint, black Carrera stripe. Definitely a nice little piece. Front and rear lensed lights. If we're talking about the lower lights on the front there, the front actual lights are actually done, as well as the Porsche logo. And you've got a not very well sized Porsche badge on the back there. So yeah, technically this is a 4-pass car. You've got the pardon me, you got the retro slot wheels, black face chrome lip. Nice color variation to have, and I'm not sure if I'm going to open this one or the white one. I never found the orange one, and that's the one I was looking to find to open, so we'll see if I stumble upon that one eventually, but for now this one's going to stay carded until we get situated on that. So next also I wanted to show you a couple weird finds that I made on that more hidden dump-in. There was probably a bunch of store returns from somebody that wanted to purge their collection and decided the best way to do it was to return some old stock to Walmart. So for whatever reason, I managed to find this guy, which is the only variation of this casting that I didn't have. I did pick it up on release, but then sold it because of a little bit of lack of details on the front and on the back. They were kind of sacrificed for the livery. Not my favorite livery, but it is pretty close to a real livery of this car. And as opposed to the challenge, the Barracuda that we checked out before, as opposed to the Cuda, look at how slammed this thing is on the card art, which is pretty much BTCC stance, versus the stock looking ride height on the actual cast. So exactly the opposite, but you know, this is an older one. You can see this import sticker, so this was probably brought at a Dollarama, and these are shipments that are out of where's this one from? Let's see. It's actually straight up from Malaysia. Straight up from Malaysia. That is pretty cool. And as you can see, it's a 2018 license, so 2019 release. This was the second color wave of this casting. So glad to have it back in the collection at the end of the day. Never have enough Volvo wagons. But the weirdest one that I found, and there was a bunch of stuff from 2018, 19, 20, 21. But, you know, most stuff was fantasy casts, and the stuff that wasn't, I pretty much already had. The Volvo was the only one that I picked up. In addition to this guy here, so the head starter. Sorry about that. I have a couple of head starter castings already. One loose and one carded, and this one is actually a fairly old one. It's a Ryu design, as you can see on the side under the number 11. You can see the SATA script there. A lot of metal on this casting as well, in regards to that huge tuned engine. And this is actually part of the tuned series. This is all the way back from 2015, so 2016 on the pegs. You know, it's not my favorite car, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's interesting enough to find a car from 2015, you know, 8 years later. So, yeah, I thought I'd pick it up, you know. I have the reverse livery of this anyways from around the same era. The white with red graphics. Now I have the red with white graphics, and have a loose one in green too. So, pretty cool, and unusual. Did stumble upon also the Forza mainline set that I had not seen too much of. Only one I picked up is this Bugatti, the EB110 SS. The other ones, honestly, well, the Porsche 911 GT3 I probably would have picked up, all depending if the tampos were done in the back or not. And all four of the other ones were actually there. Well, obviously I have one of them. Alpha, I don't know. Not in love with the red on silver. Jag Project 7 is not a car that I overly collect. And the Z4M Motorsport, I mean, it's due for a redux if we're talking about tampo work. There's no fronts, no rears. I already have a couple of exemplars of that cast, and still going to stick with the my favorite being the white with the M-colored livery. So didn't feel the need to get another one. So this one does still retain the front and rear excellent detail work that this casting is known for, with the addition on the front of that Forza Motorsport badge, and of course the Forza badge and deco with the Xbox badge as well on the sides, which is the addition. But besides, that's pretty much exactly the same as the first release. So 10 spokes and the rest. So, but this is a casting, I mean, got every variation of this so far, including the premium one out of Exotic Envy, and it's literally my favorite exotic from the 90s. So no way I'm leaving without picking that one up if it's on the pegs. Now the sole Matchbox that I picked up is the single. Finally found the single of this Mustang Mach-E in the New York Taxi livery. Very cool. I mean, it's just, you know, Matchbox, when they do utility vehicles that are actually licensed. It works. And I mean, the Tampo's work is all great, front and side. Obviously, we lose the rear on this one because of the fact we've got the side livery. We've got the glass roof, and it's pretty heavy, honestly, pretty weighty. So definitely like that. Definitely like that. I really didn't want to dish out on a 9-pack to get this, so happy that I finally found it on a single. Now the next two we're going to be cracking open. There are two that are on cards that are in more or less good condition, basically. I did pick up the Honda Super Cub. Didn't pick up any of the previous versions, but this one with a little utility box in the back with the Honda logo, and of course those new wheels. Yeah, I love this custom version as opposed to the regular one, so thought it'd be a great addition to the Cafe Racer CB750 that I opened the other day. So yeah, let's get her done. All soft corners on this anyways. And it's just the cutest thing. Little scooter. Lots of metal again, eh? This gray part is plastic. Obviously the white portion is plastic as well, and so are the wheels. Those great looking wheels. But all the rest, all that anodized blue is all metal. And I love the little kickstand. It actually works pretty well. Obviously this table is more or less level because it's actually made out of pallets, wood pallets, so it's not as level as one would think. It's artisanal and extremely heavy and sturdy, but yeah. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I already know that this one's going right next to the CB750. So not quite the same scale either as the bike. Yeah, the other bike as well. So this is slightly larger scale because it is a scooter. But yeah, cool little custom bike. Put that there. There we go. Let's see. Next up, this from the card's a little bit warped. You know, corners are soft, but I totally forgot that they were releasing a third colorway of this car, and it is the 72 Stingray convertible, the C3 Corvette. Sorry about that. I had to think about that. C3 Corvette. So exactly the same features as the two first waves. First one being in blue, second one being in silver. Silver I found a little bit drab, but this is really clean. I love white cars. Really like white cars, and this thing is super uber clean. So I really wanted to get a loose exemplar of this so you can actually use the special feature of the car. Surprisingly enough, this car is a special feature, but it's not advertised on the card. Now, you've probably already seen a bunch of reviews about this and whatnot there, but if you look here, you will have kind of like a magic eye here. If you stick a light source, you know, a little flashlight or your cell phone flashlight or whatnot, it actually illuminates the front pop-up lights that are in open position, which is a very neat touch. But as mentioned, normally you'd have the special feature listed here, right? But no, it's not mentioned anywhere, and yeah, for whatever reason. And again, Tampo's where they count. Impeccably done rear with the license plate. Just missing a touch of silver for the exhaust. Chrome interior, kind of cool. I like it. Matches the wheels. Those really cool retro slot 5s. And the front, well, obviously there's no Tampos, but you've got a separate piece inserted from the interior for the bumper and grills, and you've got a part of the glass here that makes those front lights. Obviously the light blue tint is, I mean, it would be better probably in clear, but at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. It's a little bit more visible on the white one, but man, this thing is clean. So clean. All right. Well, let's put this guy here since he seems to want to roll around a whole lot. We'll get into a couple premium finds. So I did pick up the only vehicle of this set that was still on the pegs, which is California Lowriders, Wave 2. This is the box Chevy Caprice. Very, very lowered stance, and definitely I needed this one in my collection because I want one to open. I won't be opening this one right now for the sake of time, but I definitely am going to be cracking a lot of my Greenlight box Chevys, and I really wanted to do just a quick compare with a completely stock version. Let's just move these guys around a little bit here. We'll put these away. There we go. Really wanted to compare side by side the stock versus the dropped version. So here we go. So we've got on the left the vintage Ad Cars 86 Caprice Brougham, and we have the 80, is it 89? Yeah, 89 Caprice Classic. So this would be your, fully equipped version, vinyl top, wire hubcaps, you got the white wall tires, a little bit more bright work than the standard model. Of course, the interior in that gorgeous burgundy velour. And on the right, well, there's your slam version, more like a washed out red / dark orange color, slammed to the ground with some Dayton looking spoke wheels, and all the same details that you would expect basically from Greenlight. If we're talking about these castings, they've made a gazillion versions of this car. This one I'm kind of anxious to compare also to the Maisto Design version, see how they stack up. This one doesn't have the moving suspension. It's fixed in the drop position and does not have the Continental kit that is actually on the Maisto version. But all in all, great looking car. And as they would normally do, Greenlight did give us slightly different fascias if you compare the top and the bottom, based on the model years. So this is the just before the bubble Chevy, and that's pretty much this one's just before the bubble Chevy with the more modern lights and whatnot there in the front especially, and the grille that's a little bit more simple in its design versus the older version where you can see it's got quad headlights with the sealed beams and a little bit more intricate grille. But yeah, all in all, definitely happy to add that to the collection for sure. So we'll get this guy out of the way, and we're going to check out afterwards. Had been a quick minute since I hadn't bought an M2 hauler, simply because same castings over and over again. The ones I really wanted were never there. I don't overly collect chases, so I don't even care if it's chase or not, but there was one of these on the shelf, and I absolutely had to have it. Absolutely. And it is this one right here. So we're talking about the Dodge set with the let's see what we have here, a W200 Power Wagon, which is the lifted one on the left, and the Dodge Truck Adventurer 150, which is the slammed Hellcat swapped in plum crazy purple metallic on the right on that trailer, slammed to the ground on the turbine wheels, black hood, the black stripe on the back of the rear quarter panel. I find this one looks even better than the single in that high impact fluorescent yellow. I mean, matches the box and everything like that, and nice stock looking 4x4 version, to pull that trailer around. Now I noticed something really weird with the 4x4 version, and I do not know if it's actually going to be visible, but there's definitely a difference in the shade of the dark olive green that's on the lower part of this truck. On the box portion versus the bottom of the doors and front fenders. It's much lighter on the box. Box is obviously slightly misaligned, which is, unfortunately reality for these M2 casts, where the base is used with several different bodies. And of course, you can see that the box is pre-drilled to include roll bars and things like that, or other piece of equipment, be it on the slam version or the lifted version. Love the look of these wheels, though. Very nice with the white raised lettering on those tires. Apologies there. And yeah, again, M2 does do really good tow hitches. Looks good. Both these have opening hoods. Front details are great, although this one does have a slightly crooked bumper, which is, I'm assuming, why it was still there. Just slightly crooked, slightly off. So, but it's a work truck. I mean, I was more interested in this guy anyways. This thing is so good. So good. I love the Hellcat badge in that rear black stripe. So, obviously, we're talking about at least 700 horsepower under the hood. Definitely a very cool little piece. I'm definitely happy to add it to the collection. And last but definitely not least, it had been a while since I picked up a hauler, but it had been an even longer while since I picked up anything in 1/24th scale. And saw this, jumped on it right away, had to get it. We are talking about the Maisto Design 1/24th scale Kinmary Skyline 2000 GTR in the Tokyo, not the auto salon, but the Tokyo car show, basically. It's in that livery, and I had absolutely to pick this up simply due to the fact that now I have this one, which is obviously not 100% accurate to the real thing in views of the size of the wheels, obvious brake upgrade, and things of that nature. But it is very, very similar, as shown here in this 1/64th scale. Sorry about that. We'll just get her to focus on this. Yeah, there we go. 1/64th scale Kyosho equivalent. So definitely the lip on the Kyosho shows how much on this one it's a little bit more discreet. The wheels on this are accurately sized, those Watanabe RS8s, magnesium wheels actually. But if you want to get a good idea of what the car looks like, the real one, this would be it. Pretty much. You even got the wood rim steering in there. I mean, these Kyoshos are fantastic. Fantastic. So, yeah, either way, it's not about the Kyosho. It's about the Maisto. But this is great. It's got some opening features, doors, and hood. Again, the Watanabe wheels, but in a larger diameter. And from what I can see here, they look to be 5 lugs. So, yeah, big brake upgrade. Probably maybe a Z32 brake upgrade or something like that. Pretty common. Excellent braking system, very cheap. So, why not? I mean, I had a set of 300ZX calipers on my track Sentra SER Spec V 02 that I used to own. So yeah, I mean, they were great. And 5x114.3 bolt pattern will give you way more options than the 4x114.3 that would have been on this car originally. So the 4x4.5 inch bolt pattern. It's tough to get wheels, except if you're going old school JDM. Works obviously on this car, but that endured on a couple Nissan models for way longer than it should have, in my humble opinion at least. On that rant, I will definitely let you go. Again, happy holidays. All the best, all my best wishes to you and yours. Of course, stay safe out there. If you do a little bit of Boxing Day hunting, hopefully you find everything you're looking for and more. Stores are really starting to pack the shelves for the infamous frenzy that's going to follow Christmas. So, yeah, of course, hit that like if you enjoyed going through this haul with me. Subscribe to be notified of future uploads, and comment your feedback. So until the next one, stay safe, take care, have a good one.